Hi guys, how you doing? I am just doing a little follow-up on the video I've just released. My first review of a Funko Pop, which was Naked Snake, from the new Metal Gear Solid remake of number 3. It just brings in mind something I wanted to chat about today regarding Funkos and the current state of how you can get them, where you can get them, pricing, etc. I'm a big fan of the Terrifier films, Art the Clown, Terrifier 1, 2, and recently 3. I think he's quite like a marketable villain. He's got a distinctive look, an interesting personality, and it's a series of films that, whilst they are horror and they are very gory, there's also a bit of a comedic element to it. But he's one of the best sort of horror villains I've enjoyed for quite a long while. And I'm not someone who's sort of unaware of how markets and things like that work, but it does become increasingly frustrated, the lack of opportunity you do get to get some of the Funkos. And I'm sure this will apply to many Funkos in different genres. Today was the first time since I think initial release that Art with Glasses Funko had been restocked. This Funko was the only real one. Some of the others, like him on the toilet and the upcoming him versus Sienna in a sort of bigger pop, were a little bit pricier, but this one's the one that's been of quite distinct value, with the standard upwards of 50, 60, 70 pounds, anywhere higher, and the chase ridiculous money, that it is really hard to locate one for a price that you consider sort of fair. I'm not sure if all Funkos are limited. I've come across some that are limited to 1 or 2 a sale, but what I found frustrating is on Funko.com you can pre-order Funkos, so if they know they're going to have a restock, they give you an option to pre-order them. On Funkoeurope, you don't get that option. It is a case of you have a notify option and nothing else. This is all well and good if the notifying system is bang on speed and reliable. I have 3 email addresses that I use for various things, and I use all 3 of them when I want to be informed about anything, whether it be like a band's gig or something, just to make sure that nothing goes incorrect, and I try and hear what I need to hear. So when I was waiting for this, it sort of came out today. I got a message 9:07 UK time. By the time I got on the website, sold out. They'd obviously been listed a fair while before that, because people had posted that they'd got them around that time when I started looking, but there was no, I had a browser page open on the Terrifier 3 for as long as I could say, and there was no notification that there was one coming out. There was no information coming one out. I checked on videos and stuff, because it's the last one to complete a collection. I'm not that obsessive about every single kind of pop, but I think like anyone who's a collector, if you do really like something, and especially if it's complete the collection, you are pretty dedicated on getting it. So straight away it had gone out of stock, and I only received 1 email at 9 o'clock. The other 2 emails came through at 1 at 11 and 1 at about 1. So all 3 emails were completely redundant, completely useless. What should have happened is you should have got an email acknowledging that they're going to have a restock and at what time. That restock is going to go live in accordance to, say, like European time, Greenwich Mean Time, all that kind of thing, so people are covered. But instead, they just do one after it's released, knowing that people, because of it being a high priced one, are going to go after it, target it, clear it all out, and then they're going to be gradually sold on at different places for an extortionate amount of price. I was on eBay not too long ago, and I was looking, and they were selling the pre-orders. Bearing in mind this pop's going to be £16, £3 postage, 19 quid maximum. The cheapest pre-order was £40. And don't get me wrong, everyone's well entitled to get the money and to make money, but it would just be nice if there was a bit of either a better, fairer system to get them, or if there was just a better way of communicating as and when they're going to drop. or just give people the chance to pre-order them, and just pre-order one, and any stock that isn't being pre-ordered, then release that as a general stock. So, because no one needs more than one. I know they're going on about a chase, but realistically, you can do your chase odds at one. If you're really desperate for it, if there's any general sale after that, that's fine. But I think people, if they want something and there's like a general desire for it, they should have a chance of getting one before collectors and all that are getting 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 off different email addresses. My intention was only to purchase one. I'm not too bothered about chase editions, whether I quite like them or not. It's besides the point. I just want one, put in a pop protector, put in my collection, and done. I don't know how often they're going to get restocked, or what the restock level is, but you know it's just going to continually happen. So it's a choice now of either not purchasing a new one, or potentially paying over the odds for one, which I might do at some point. I'm not too sure. So really, I just wanted to speak about maybe addressing the fact that Funko Europe could do with maybe having a calendar of like release dates, a calendar of restock dates, and potentially look at sort of giving people the option to pre-order them rather than just be notified, because the notified system, as I found out on a few occasions, isn't reliable enough to get you an instant sort of an instant buy. Because I mean, I was on 1 minute within getting that email and nothing. So yeah, it was massively disappointing. I'm not like bitter about it, because I mean, it's life, you miss out on a lot of things you'd like. But sometimes it gets a bit frustrating when you probably haven't had the fairest chance to get it, where the system's not worked how you'd expect it to work, despite you trying as many things as you can to do it. I mean, you check all the right places, you follow all the right things, but then you're not even given a fair chance to get one at a reasonable cost. So I just personally think for something like that, that gives people a lot of joy collecting them, a lot of good memories, maybe it should be time that like places like Funko Europe, knowing how popular they are, should potentially look at doing a release schedule. Doesn't have to be the whole year, just maybe a couple of months in advance. Restock schedule. You could have a surprise drop with things in, that's fine. But if you're going to have, you should have pre-order sections, and you should also have ways to acknowledge and either inform people of prior to it when it's going to come out, or the second it goes live. So a lot of them go 5:30 UK time, ping out an email at that time just so someone's got it there and then. Yeah, it's just something I've been thinking about today, and I wanted to articulate and see what other people's opinions are. Do you ever miss out on Funkos that you want? Are there any that you really want that are just astronomically priced? I mean, I know 50, 60, 70 pound isn't a huge amount for a lot of people for Funkos. What's the most expensive Funko you've bought? Yeah, so again, it's just another type of chatting away video. I'm always looking for advice on what you think I could do for the best. Maybe if I need to slow down talking, or if my videos aren't structured enough. I'm always looking for some advice. If you have a look at like my backstory on here, you'll know why I'm asking. Yeah, so if you could maybe have a look at some of my other videos. I've got some cute animal videos. I've just done a review on another pup. See what you think, give me some feedback, and try and help me grow, and a bit of support would be absolutely phenomenal. Any Funko fans out there, you guys are legends, and I will hopefully catch you all again soon. Take care.